Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be testing out a new foundation. As you guys know, I absolutely love foundation. At the minute I've been obsessing over the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, which is absolutely amazing. But I thought I would test out a new foundation that I bought on Selfridges a couple of days ago. I bought this foundation because I watched a Jamie Genevieve video and it made her skin look absolutely amazing, and I was like, I want her skin, I want to look how she looks, and I want to have that foundation. So I went on Selfridges and I bought it, and the foundation I'm going to be reviewing and testing out today is the Nars Natural Radiant Longwear foundation. I picked this up in the shade Light 4. I can't even pronounce the name, but I will put it in the description box and also put it up on the screen here. So I picked this up. I haven't tested it out yet, but I wanted to give it a try with all my usual techniques just to see if it is long wearing. So on the website it says it's the first 16-hour foundation that stays turned on by the power of radiance. Now, as you guys know, I absolutely love a matte foundation, so a more radiant foundation isn't really my style, but I wanted to give it a go because I do want to have that more sort of glowy, youthful looking skin, and that always works better with a radiant foundation. So I thought I'd give it a go, and also hopefully it doesn't fall off my skin because of my oils, but we will see. It's apparently untraceable and unstoppable. Longwear is finally lightweight and radiant. So when I think of a longwear foundation, I think of a super matte foundation that sticks to the skin and doesn't move. So to have one that is radiant and glowy but also long wearing is really strange. So I'm going to give it a good test. I'll wear it throughout the day and do check-ins with you guys, and then hopefully I will wear it for 16 hours. I think I will. What time that takes up to? So it's like 11 o'clock now. My brain's not working today. I've just had Easter. I've eaten so much chocolate my brain's gone to mush. But anyway, I will try and keep it on for 16 hours just to see how it wears. It also said it is high coverage but natural, breathable, fade resistant formula. It's infused with raspberry, apple and watermelon extracts to help smooth and improve the look of skin instantly. We'll try it out. I have like patch tested it just to see that the colour did match, and it was, I think it was a good match, but I'm not very good at matching foundations. I find it so difficult, especially online, but hopefully. So it says specialised skin matching technology ensures your truest match yet. Your future looks radiant with a natural radiant longwear foundation. And then it says underneath it is natural radiant finish, transfer resistant. I have never met a foundation that is actually transfer resistant. I have foundations that literally I give Callum like a hug and it's on his shirt, and I hate that because then I just feel like it's all coming off my face. So if it is transfer resistant, we will test it out, but that would be amazing. Sweat resistant, well, that would be perfect in this weather. We have suddenly hit this really hot spell in England. So usually this time last year we were having like snow. It is now like 24 degrees, which is like boiling for us here in England. So hopefully it is sweat resistant, because even sitting in my room I've had to put a fan on my feet, which I'm hoping you guys can't hear, but I've had to put a fan on my feet just to keep me cool enough to actually sit here and film this video for you guys. So hopefully. It's meant to be fade resistant. I've never met a foundation that actually fades, so does that mean it just doesn't come off? And it's non-drying, which is perfect because I do have dry patches on my skin, so it doesn't cling to them. That would be perfect. So now we've gone through everything that the foundation does and how it should be, let's get into testing it. So I'm going to start off my normal way. I'm going to take my Tarte Smoothing Base Primer and I'm just going to put it in my usual places. I did buy a, where is it? I did buy a new sort of radiant primer to try just to make it more radiant, but to give this foundation a fair shot, I thought I would do it with my normal skin, just because I don't want to have the primer maybe affect the foundation. I want to test it out with my usual foundation. But I got the Super Radiant Booster, and again, Jamie Genevieve said this was amazing. I've tested it on the back of my hand and it looks so like natural and pretty, and I just want to like smother my whole body in it kind of look. But if you did want to see a video maybe using this with this foundation or this with another foundation, then like this video. If I sound like I have a cold as well, I have got the worst hay fever ever, to the point where hay fever tablets aren't even touching like to stop it, and I'm so upset because every time I wear foundation I'm like rubbing it off on my nose. Hopefully today I will be a bit better, but I don't know, it's all in my throat as well and I hate it. It sounds like I've got a really bad cold. I feel fine, like I could run a marathon. Obviously not in this heat, I'm actually sweating, this is ridiculous. So yeah, if I sound a bit like nasally and like I've got a sore throat, that's why. I've got the worst hay fever ever that I've had in like years. Luckily I don't have like itchy watery eyes, I just have like the nose and the throat, and I sound like a frog and a man. Oh yeah, and I got my nails done, if you couldn't tell. They are super like, they're more like neon in real life, but on camera they kind of look like darker. But yeah, they're super like neon and I absolutely love them. I got them done the other day. I'm constantly sniffing, I'm really sorry guys. So I've now primed my skin how I would usually. I've done all my skincare the same exact way I would usually do it. So now I'm going to go in with the foundation. So this is what it looks like. It looks really pretty. I like love the bottle. I don't know why, I just love like a glass bottle. I just think Nars just does it. It's just so elegant. So I'm just going to take it off and I'm going to do a little sort of swatch for you guys. It's a little bit sort of yellowier than my skin, if you can see. Come on camera. See, it's a little bit yellower, but it's so sort of, that's with just one swipe and it's like covered really nicely. But it's more matte than I was expecting. I was expecting like really like glowy and oily, but we will see. So I'm going to take a couple of pumps on the back of my hand. And I'm going to take my beauty blender and we're just going to bounce it into the chin to begin with. I have been having a few difficulties with my chin lately, to the point where it doesn't want to actually hold foundation, it just sort of all separates. So maybe this foundation will be a bit better. Already that is giving really good coverage, and I've only put like a little bit on. Obviously I like a really high coverage Longwear foundation, which hopefully this is. Also, if you can hear things outside, I've had to keep my window open, otherwise I am gonna like die. So if you can hear like planes and cars, that is why. That actually looks so nice. It's just a really light, it feels so lightweight. I think I could pile so much of this stuff on and it still wouldn't feel like I was wearing anything. Now I like quite a bit of foundation because I like it to be really, really high coverage. It's not as like radiant as I was expecting. Was I meant to shake it? I think I was meant to shake it. I didn't shake it, that's probably why. Oh no, I just got it in my bracelet. Oh bollocks. Maybe that's why I haven't got any radiance. Jesus, I've got it all up my arm now. It might be a little bit light and yellow, but I can always like bronze it up a bit more with a bronzer. My word, that is super high coverage. I absolutely love it. I'm just gonna blend onto my ear a bit. Oh my god, my hair is so frizzy today. As you can tell, I have dyed my hair again as well. All changing here on the Jessica channel. I don't know what I just said. Oh my god. Cringe. Okay, so I'm going to zoom you in so you can just have a look at how my skin is looking. So So it hasn't clung to anything. I think because I've got such a harsh light, it's really gonna show up anything that's not blended. But it just feels super lightweight. I think it'll look better once I've got like everything else on. But that has gone on so easily and just melted into the skin. Okay, so I'm now going to go off camera and do my eyebrows because that is like the most boring part about a whole makeup look, and then I'll be back to see how the concealer, the powders, and how contouring and bronzing up goes. So I'll see you in a second, I guess. Hey guys, so I'm back. I've got my eyebrows on. I can never get them straight, but as they say, eyebrows are sisters and not twins. I've also carved them out, and the concealer has sat on the skin so nicely. I can't say one bad thing about it. But now we're going to conceal under our eyes, and I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape. I've got a bit on the back of my hand still, so I'm going to just use that up under my eyes. And obviously this is going to brighten as well as conceal. But what I like is the fact that the foundation isn't moving. It's mixing really nicely with the concealer. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the doe foot applicator. I don't know how you say it. Is it a doe foot applicator or a doe foot applicator? I'm not too sure. Let me know down below. You must all think I'm really stupid. So while that's just sitting there for a second, I'm going to try and get some powder out of one of these pots, because I am basically run out completely. Okay, there's a bit in there. I would definitely need to go out and get some more tonight, otherwise I will not have any. That just blends out so nicely. A lot of times when I try out a new foundation, I find that my concealer basically picks up the foundation, and then that was like really bad patchiness. But as you can see with this, it's just blending in seamlessly. Having a really concealed under eye, and this is basically what I would do anyway, so I kind of want to do what I would do with any foundation, just to see if it can handle and doesn't get cakey. Okay, so now that it's all blended into the skin and around my nose, I'm now going to set it in place with my Rimmel London loose powder. I'm going to bake my under eye. As you guys know, is that my favourite thing to do. I don't know whether baking is the correct thing to do when you've got a radiant powder. That's what I do. And I'm just going to set the rest of my face with the rest of the powder. I'm now going in with my Rimmel London Clear Complexion Powder. I kind of had an accident at the park yesterday and fell on my handbag, and so my powder is being crushed. So I now have a little pot of loose powder, which I've now just sort of ground up. So I'm just going to put this on as well, because this is what I'd usually do. I feel like there's no point in me having a radiant foundation, because I just powder it down so much you're not going to see any of the radiance. But I will say, at the minute, I absolutely love how this foundation is turning out. The fact that it is really nice and natural looking. So I'm now going to take my smaller brush and just flick away the bake. Say what you mean. Oh my god, guys, at the minute I'm absolutely obsessed with Gabby Hanna, and I don't know why. Like, her music, I love watching her YouTube. I've watched it for quite a while, but I'm absolutely obsessed with Out Loud. It's just such an amazing song. I don't know why, but it speaks quite like clear to me, and I absolutely love that. Like, you definitely need a song that makes you want to sort of sing out loud and just relates to you so much. and that song definitely does that for me. So I'm now going to do a zoom in. I'm just going to zoom in each step just so you can see how everything's sitting on the skin. So this is how the foundation looks. Obviously with all that powdering I've kind of lost the lightness under my eyes, but I will take that back a little bit. Just think it looks very like natural and it feels really nice on the skin, and hopefully that radiance will come through a bit as the day goes on. So now, as I said, I want to add that highlight back under my eye. So I'm going to take the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette and that small brush again, and we're just going to dust that under our eyes. Okay, so while I was shopping on the Selfridges app the other day to buy this foundation and the primer, I also wanted a new bronzer because I wanted something that was really nice and really, I don't know, natural and glowy and sun-kissed. So I got the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and again this was a Jamie Genevieve sort of influence, and this is the MAC Mineralized Min Finish? No. This is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Give Me Sun, and I just think this is such a universal, glowy, lovely shade, and it just looks amazing on the skin from what I could tell from her video. It just looks so like natural, and it's light enough that it's gonna just glow up my skin. So I'm gonna take my bronzing brush and I'm gonna take this, because obviously it's getting quite sunny now, so I want a more sort of bronzy look. Okay, I don't like using a close-up mirror, it's really putting me off. I absolutely love how this looks on the skin. Looks a bit crazy on my camera. This light makes everything look so harsh. I really do hate it. I'm just going down the nose with that Kat Von D lighter shade just to kind of lighten everything up a bit. But that has just settled into the skin so beautifully. So today's look's going to be all about the skin and about the sun-kissedness. Sun-kissed. Oh my word, my words are not forming today. So now I'm going to just contour a little bit because obviously I've bronzed up. I just want to give it a bit more depth. So I'm going to take the lightest shade out of the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette and just slightly contour. I think that looks so pretty. I couldn't say anything else about it. The foundation hasn't moved. It hasn't been disrupted by me sort of rubbing my brushes all over it. Obviously I can like stipple, but even just swiping my brush all over my face, I haven't had anything move or budge one bit. I'm now going to slightly blush with my Tarte Abstract blush. I haven't found a blush that is like this in the fact that it doesn't have the right like shade or consistency. I just haven't found one, so I might have to find like a different blush. Just looks so glowy and sun-kissed, and I just keep wanting to add more, and I know if I add more I will look like I've been punched in the face. Okay, so now for highlight. As you can already tell, I went on a bit of a shopping splurge, but I found that the James Charles X Morphe palette was back in stock, so I ordered myself one of those. I have wanted one of these palettes for absolutely ages, and every time I go to buy it, it is out of stock and I can't get hold of it, but it was finally back in stock. The annoying thing was the next day, the day after I bought this, it was on 50% off, but obviously couldn't do anything about that, so I've just left it. But it is the James Charles X Morphe palette. I have left in the little plastic bit. I'm going to try and like stick it to the top so I know the colours. But the colour that I absolutely love for highlighting, as you can tell I've used quite a bit already, is this shade here, which is called Sister, which is the perfect highlighter shade for my skin tone, and I absolutely love it. So I'm going to take a highlighty brush and I'm just going to dust my brush in that shade and highlight. It just gives your skin like that wet look. And I absolutely love it. Obviously I've got to make sure I don't like use too much, because I keep doing that. I go to a mirror and I've got like highlight and I'm like, not quite what I wanted to do. I'm going to make sure I highlight quite far back. Just looks gorgeous. Cupid's bow. So yeah, hopefully I'll be using this palette quite a bit on my channel. Maybe I'll do a recreation of the James look that I did, but using this palette just to see if it can turn out any better. Obviously the one I did I absolutely love. I wanted to just do that colour in like a pan that I can just have as a highlight instead of having this whole palette. It's quite big. I'd love for him to do that. I'll probably buy about 60 of them. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to do the rest of my makeup look, because obviously we are only interested in the foundation for this look. But obviously I wanted to show you some other products as well. But I'll be back with my finished look and then we will talk through what I think. Hi guys, so I am back. I finished off my eyes and my lips. I used the Kat Von D, oh got over my hand, the Kat Von D Lolita palette. I tried this once on my channel and I tried it again today, and I thought I liked it in the video that I did on this, but the colours are so difficult to blend. I have finally done them, but anyway, that is not what this video is about. But I have also paired it with a nice lip that is from Too Faced. This is Granny Panties, and I must say I love how this whole look has turned out. The skin looks amazing, and because the foundation is now starting to come through the powder, it's all sinking together and looks very glowy, very natural. Well, I say natural but intense, so I absolutely love it. It hasn't broken up. I am going to leave this on and do a few check-ins with you guys. I have got another video to film and I've got to edit today. I haven't really got anything else planned, I don't think. Depends what happens when Callum comes home from work. We might go out, I'm not too sure. But for the meantime, I absolutely love how this looks. And I'm loving how it feels on the skin. It feels very set in place. I don't have any setting spray, so this is all down to the foundation on whether this stays on or not, and whether it lasts under this bright light and the heat of today. But as it said in the description, it is sweat proof and it is also transfer resistant. So we will be testing that out throughout the day, because obviously I'm going to see Callum, hugs and everything, and he wears dark clothes. So hopefully it will sort of tell me whether the foundation is good enough. So I'll do a check-in with you guys. But for the meantime, I will see you in a bit. Okay guys, so I'm just doing, oh, ignore that. I'm just doing a quick check-in on this foundation. I am now in Natural Light. And I've had this foundation on, I think, for about 2 hours. I've just filmed another video, as you can see. That is my setup there. This foundation at the moment is looking so nice. The highlighter is just sitting on the skin perfectly, but obviously we're wanting the foundation. I'm just getting carried away. Everything just looks amazing. Nothing has broken up. Like, my nose is still intact, because this bit always breaks up. The bronzer is not patchy at all. It's settled on the skin amazing. I can't say a bad thing about this. It is now 2 o'clock. I've had this foundation on since about 11 and I can safely say it looks amazing. So I'll do another check-in with you guys later. maybe before I take it off, but maybe a little bit before, depends on what happens this afternoon. But yeah, so far I'm absolutely loving this, so I'll see you in a bit. Hi guys, so it is now the end of the day. I haven't had this on for 16 hours, I've had it on for 8, which is about the time I would wear a normal foundation. We've just got back from about 45-minute, half an hour walk in 20 degrees, so this has lasted so well. It looks a bit shinier, but it isn't oily at all. It's just the natural radiance of the foundation coming through. It hasn't broken up around my nose still. It still looks really good. And on my chin, and my T-zone isn't like an oil slick. It looks amazing. And the bronzer hasn't broken up at all. And everything still looks really good. This camera does not do very good close-ups. Yeah, none of my pores are coming through. It has slightly come off my chin actually, but that's because I've been sat like this all afternoon editing. So yeah, big thumbs up from me. I will give you maybe an update in a couple of weeks, but for the minute I absolutely love this foundation. So if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Comment below any other foundations you want me to try. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.